this webinar, people, yeah. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to this free webinar here from Muso Mastery on how to attract and retain raving fans. The music marketer's edge. Now, as you're coming on in, make yourself comfortable. Let us know where you're tuning in from. My name is Greg Noonan. A little bit more on me later for those of you who don't know me. I'm streaming live from StreamYard, and it's going to a number of different sites on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or X as it's now called, YouTube. I think I said that. So make yourself welcome. Folks, we've got a bit to cover off. I'm just going to get straight into it because I think as a musician, to really, I guess there's so much that you do. You know, you're learning new songs, you're writing your craft, you're performing, you're singing, but to really make things pop and stick out amongst the competition comes down to how you market and brand yourself. And that's what we're going to cover off today to really help musicians who can take away some really valuable tips on putting yourself out there on a shelf that's going to help you not only attract fans, but they're really going to want more from you if it's done really well. So without further ado, let's get into this. I've got a couple of things I just want to cover up before we get into it. This is a 30-minute free masterclass. So initially here with the Music Marketer's Edge, it will go for around 30 minutes. Following that, you want to stick around if you felt like you've got value out of the first 30 minutes to get an overview of Muso Mastery's Musicians Masterclass program. So this is just to give you a heads up as to what the agenda is for the next hour. Okay, so let's get cracking. I want to do a little fun start on a true or false game. True or false, you need talent to make it. And please, by all means, put your comments or thoughts in the comments box as we go. True or false, you need talent to make it. Well, this is true and false. So there are a lot of artists who may not sound great, but they sure can connect with an audience. The same goes in reverse. There are amazingly talented artists out there who haven't been able, for some reason or other, connect with their audience. I can remember on a particular tour in the States. I won't name anything here, get me in trouble, but there was a particular artist who was flying on a Carnival Cruise show on a ship, one of the ships that was performing on. Now, he had so many hits under his belt. It was just amazing watching this guy just pump out these favorite songs for people in this piano bar, but he didn't sound that good. He really didn't have that great of music talent, if I'm honest, but he knew how to connect. All right, next one. True or false? Do you need to be a marketing professional to gain fans with your music? Love your thoughts if you've got them. This is false. It certainly can help to be a marketing professional, but you don't need to be to attract your fan base. And it's interesting, actually, a lot of artists out there have gotten really good with marketing, but that perhaps their craft isn't quite the standard of perhaps some others. So it's a juggling act, isn't it? But I can tell you firsthand, you do not need to be a professional marketing guru to gain fans with your music. And I'm going to show some really cool things with this. Okay, true or false? Musicians make a lot of money from record sales. Any musicians online here tuning in will have a quick answer on this. This is false. Okay, so the majority of musicians make most of their income from gigging, touring, and selling their merchandise, whether it's their CDs, their albums, cassettes, T-shirts, socks, stubby holes, whoever, whatever it is that you sell, that is where you'll make the majority of your money, by touring and selling merchandise. The whole landscape of music, the sands have shifted, and it's really interesting where things are at, because it's reverting back to old school days of just getting out there, performing and connecting with your tribe. Okay, let's move things along. Is this you? Are you frustrated at not having enough opportunities to perform your music? Are you finding it difficult to maintain work-life balance with your music passion? There's a real thing here. Have you recently recorded? You might have recorded a single, an EP, or an album, and you're wondering where to from here. What are we going to be doing with this product? Are you needing a way to take your talents to a whole new level of mastery? You know you've got something there, but you're wanting some help and support. You might be in this position where you've played a lot of gigs years ago, but life gets in the way, of course, and you may be thinking, hey, I might be too old for this. If you think you can't make a living from music, I really want you to think again. Because today I'm going to demonstrate to you how to not only attract, but retain raving fans. And by the end of this webinar, you will be able to understand the formula towards crafting a product that will attract paid opportunities. You'll know the strategies in creating and maintaining the attention of your fan base. And by the end of this webinar, you'll be able to package your talent, be able to package yourself, your band, your music like a true professional. So if you are able to do what I'm going to show you today, these are some of the things that await you. Now, there's a catch here, right? Because we're transmitting here on this magic device that you're watching me from. You're getting the information, but there's something crucial that needs to happen. You need to take action on this stuff for it to actually work. Okay, I promise you're going to get value. There's going to be some value out of this. There'll be stuff that you might already know. There'll be things that you'll have a new lens on. You go, actually, that's true. Well, if you're able to put into action what I'm going to show you here today, this is what awaits. Number one, regular paid gigs. 2, you will have a rise in credibility where fellow musicians and people of the scene will wonder, what is it that you're doing to have the success that you're creating? You will have the confidence and the momentum towards building your very own base of fans. 4, you'll have a level of influence in the music scene where musicians will want to be playing with you. It's a true story. And number 5, always you'll experience a whole new level of fun by trying out new things that work for your music. Okay. Right now, you'd be thinking, who is this guy? And why would I believe a word he says? And that's a damn good question. Don't believe anything I've said. We've only just met. So I'm going to show you not only who I am and why I'm unique, unlike anyone else, to deliver what you'll gain out of this webinar. I'm going to outlay the reasons why I'm more qualified to deliver the results on these promises than anyone else. The first reason is my experience. I have 30 plus years of experience in the music game, and I'm still playing 3 to 5 gigs a week and loving it. I've played thousands of gigs. I've done a lot of recording. I've done a lot of marketing. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to let you read through this. A couple of things that stand out for me that I'm proud of at the moment is being a part of the committee, the board of the esteemed Sydney Blues Society. I'm also a co-announcer with the wonderful Big Mama on the Deep Blues program for Eastside 89.7 FM. You can tune into us when we're going live to air. Just follow the page and you'll see where we're at. So there's a lot of experience on this on these point forms that I've had over my time. As you can see, there's a picture of me with Kenny Wayne Shepherd, who back in '97, that was his very first time out in Australia. That was down at the Prince of Wales Hotel in Melbourne. If you're there, let me know. Amazing gig. When he had the Blue on Black hit on the Triple M network, which is great. Okay, so to attest some of my credibility here, some people in the scene who love my band and what we do. Scott Owen from The Living End. I could watch these guys all night. Thank you, mate. And my mate Kane Donnelly from 1920. You've just got to see these guys. And you've got to see these guys. If you haven't seen 1920, they are phenomenal. They've just played some shows at Port Fairy Folk Festival, 4,000 people. Insane performance. In fact, these are great case study for the Music Marketer's Edge. I can chat to you about a little later. All right. So secondly, one of the things that stands me apart from most other musicians, I've lived and breathed music in 4 different music scenes. So there's Melbourne, Newcastle, Sydney, and Singapore. And I'm not talking about just blowing in, playing gigs, like living in the scene, playing and understanding the ins and outs of each of these scenes as a musician. It goes a long way with what I'm about to show you. The third reason is I am trained and have extensive experience in the coaching and development industry, where my business pre-COVID saw me coaching and training executives who were making multi-million-dollar decisions for some of Australia's biggest companies. I was helping them get the results. So you can see some of the companies that my business Big Dog Leadership was managing there in the training and development. This is from Ben Ritchie, a director at MPA. We, me and my team, we helped them get the contract with Westpac for their fit out in Banger, a number of years ago now. Greg has an inherent ability to assess individual strengths and weaknesses and provide a framework to guide and motivate them to future success. Greg's easygoing nature, combined with his experience, allows him to disarm and unlock the best in people. I have no hesitation in recommending Greg as a focused and productive addition to a management team. All right, another one here is from Andy Fell from the Westpac Premium Bank. He actually went on to be the general manager with St. George, who worked with his leadership team, as well as teams in the Bank of Melbourne and Bank of SA. Here we go. Greg is a tremendous coach, facilitator, and leadership thinker who has a very personable, balanced approach. This ensures he creates immediate connection at both individual and team group level. Greg keeps it simple, offers different perspectives, and works to ensure learning is translated in new and enhanced behaviors. I'm a raving fan and strong advocate as Greg achieves results. Thank you, Andy. This guy is a legend. This guy is an absolute legend. Thank you, mate. Okay, moving on. Here's the thing. I couldn't believe coaching wasn't leveraged more in business. When I was running my programs, I was amazed that coaching wasn't leveraged enough. The music business being one of them. So this got me thinking many years ago how can this work? So, Muso Mastery, we ran a survey. Had over 300 musos tell us their biggest challenges. And by all accounts, there is a real need to help musicians. Because the reality is, if we don't, we're going to lose the real essence of what music is all about in our community. It's about that connection. The challenge is focusing on the right things. Okay, you see, music is tribal. It hasn't even been 100 years since modern music when we think about it. So just think of the changes that modern music's gone on the last. Anyway, let's keep on track here. It's tribal. It's all about connection. Like it has been for tens of thousands of years, music needs to be felt in a living setting with people to truly feel its power and connection. Most musicians, though, are focusing on the wrong things and lose a connection to what's important. And it's understandable for what is happening at the moment in the music scene. Massive changes, the sands have been shifting. So by using the 80-20 rule, I'm going to show you how the right 20% of your work on the craft will give you 80% of your output and success. So it's a way to get better results, a way where dipping your toes in the water will make sense, where you can keep your day job and still get runs on the board, are confident that creates further opportunities for you to be ready once you're ready to go full-time into being a full-time musician. So are you ready? Give me a thumbs up. A few people there, yeah. Okay, so the music marketer's edge, how to attract and retain raving fans. Here we go. A lot of bands do not even do this, but even if you do it at a fraction, you can have massive results on how you attract and retain your fans. Pairing a concept with your brand. Okay, aligning your brand as a musician with a distinct music concept can significantly enhance your appeal and authenticity. When making music, I'm going to choose a style that feels true to who you are as an artist. You stick with that style so your fans can recognize your signature sound. Having a consistent musical identity makes your songs more meaningful and memorable. So your fans will associate your music with certain feelings or vibes. It creates a bond between you and your audience when they know what to expect from your songs. So this breaks down into 3 areas, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper here after this in terms of the science behind it. So number 1 is the visual identity, 2, the artistic style of sound, and 3, the storytelling. So breaking this down into 3 specific areas can have a great impact on the perception of you as an artist. Visual identity, having a consistent look across your clothes, your logos, album covers, merch, social media, helps fans easily recognize you and connect with your musical brand. It's like having a uniform that represents a style and vibe. The visuals should match the kind of music that you make. And funnily enough, as the example, obviously there you can see AC/DC with Angus Young literally wearing a school uniform, which helped anchor that schoolboy vibe that was true, that was authentic, coming back to those words that have meaning to the brand. And they're all in black. All right, so let's keep moving this along. Your artistic style or sound. So you decide your music genre, pick styles you like. It helps connect with your fans who enjoy that sound and develop your consistent artistic vibe. You will create your own tone within this style, and it will be like your sonic signature. So you can pick a number of different styles here, and you could mix and match them in a way. And a lot of bands have done this along the way. Or you could pick one that's been tried and tested along the way. And as much as you be a cover band to some of this stuff, it might feel like, you won't replicate it 100%. You will have your own signature to this, but the commitment to this, your artistic style or sound, will be literally the bait to the fish out there to bring them in as your fans. Okay, so the third piece here to the puzzle is the storytelling. When making music, share your personal story and journey on social media, on stage, and in interviews, whether it's on radio or in blogs or what have you. Telling your engaging story with descriptive details will captivate your fans and make them feel emotionally connected to you and your music. Your relatable story builds a bond with your audience, just like a great movie or book does. So it goes deeper in the audience understanding who you are personally and what your story is, what your background is. Really important, these three pieces: keeping it simple, to finding the concept to you, your brand, your sound. Okay, let's look at the science on this, because it relates back and hooks back to the simple pie chart by Albert Moravian, known as the Moravian formula. And you can look up details on this online, of course. So your visual identity, so this all relates back to people's perception of you. People have a 55% view, that their view on you is influenced by your body language, your visual identity, up to 55% of what they see. So their experience on you with your tone of voice, your sound, the way you carry yourself, is at 38%. The story you tell, your words, is at 7%. So you can see here that I've linked this back to these three areas: your visual identity, your artistic style, your sound, and the story that you're telling. People remember you for how you make them feel. I want you to think about that for a moment, because it's really important. If you're giving an audience this feeling that they can hang their hat on, that they know they're going to get from you, then this is crucial in you having that relationship ongoing with your fans. So people remember how you make them feel. This is important not only on the stage, but off the stage, in all areas. So you've really got to this is really anchoring us to that hat you keep on in terms of how you're presenting and what you are delivering to your audience. Okay, pairing a concept with your brand is a couple of examples. So back in the 80s, Cyndi Lauper flipped the script of the time and made her album True Colors carry a feminist attitude that saw her hit Girls Just Want to Have Fun have huge chart success. She was really influential in having a positive influence with archaic attitudes in society. And as you can see, the colors that she wore, she was draping it. You can see this concept, and if you hear her album, how it carries through. AC/DC are another example, of course, mentioned there. They've had a bit of a laugh, because people have mocked them, saying they've done the same hard rock style for 15 albums, which is pretty rare, to be honest. They haven't changed their style. They've just stayed on track. And they've just laughed and said, "Oh, it's actually 18." They do it really, really well. The thing that I want to bring into this as well, there are so many different concepts that you could look at for your branding and marketing to feel authentic. That another example is 1920. They are an incredible live fun band, and they're like a blues rock party band. They are known for that. When people go to festivals, they're seeking them out to make sure they go to their show, because they deliver every time an insanely fun performance that gets people jumping, singing, and really connecting with them on a deep level, because they know what their brand and their concept is about. So who else does this really well when you think about this, when it comes to mind? Okay, let's have a look at this next slide. Pairing a concept with your brand across these three areas of your music can help you greatly develop and define your music and art to a fan base that's already out there waiting. Okay, so when you do it authentically and it's true to you, there is a whole audience waiting to gobble up what you have to offer. So getting across your look, really committing as to what elements of your look is going to help visually represent you. 2, your sound, how you perhaps record and produce your music will have a big influence on the concept that you're shaping up, and the story you tell. Document your story, share your story, let people understand that depth to you and why it really entails everything that you've done with your music to now. Okay, so big question is, if you can see yourself doing this, if you can take these ideas, these concepts from branding and marketing to putting it towards your own music, when we implement this to your music, that's the question, to get the true value out of this. Okay, let's recap. So I've talked about the importance of pairing a concept with your brand. It's making sure you're really visually, your sound, your whole story is refined to be clear for people to understand and take part in what you have to offer. So we've looked at in depth as to the visual identity, your artistic style or sound, and your storytelling. Making sure that we understand through the science of Albert Moravian that people remember you for how you make them feel. Building a stronger bond with our fan base is how, through crafting and understanding what links us to our fans, is imperative to have the attracted fans stay as raving fans. Okay. Now, you have two choices here. If I was to leave you with this book of wisdom here on the webinar and you went off and implemented everything that you've taken away from this, if it was your only choice, that would be great, but it's not. You do have a choice here. There is another option where we can work together, and I would have vested interest in where I can arm you with every bit of resource that I've collected over my 30 years experience to give you the advantage when it comes to being a successful musician. It would save you a ton of time, money, and costly mistakes that I've made over my time. Not to mention it'd make the whole journey that you're on a whole lot more fun. So give me a hell yeah in the comments if you want to learn about the Musicians Masterclass program with real gigs. Hey, Laura, good to see you. All right, let's do this. Okay, what is the Musicians Masterclass? The Musicians Masterclass program is for musicians wanting to level up their lifestyle of playing music. The program develops and nurtures musicians towards performing to their highest standard, playing gigs whilst growing their fan base towards a sustainable music. So the program goes across 3 stages. So the first stage, we look at our mindset, our head game. Where are we at? Perhaps what do we need to change for us to get where we're wanting to go? In fact, where is it that we want to go? What is success for us? So number 1, the mindset game is really, really important. The second stage is where we work with you, is we work on the creation, that craft of your product, what you have to offer and what could be done to really level you up into the music scene. Number 3 is that heart connection, all about that connection from you to your tribe. Getting those connections, the things that we need to do to make sure we connect and develop that relationship along our journey as working musicians. So it's 3 stages, 6 modules delivered online. So it's an online program, the Musicians Masterclass program. However, it is delivered through experiential learning. What the heck is experiential learning? I can hear your brain asking. It's learning through doing. So it's not transmit, you receive, that's it, bye-bye. It's actually making sure that the rubber hits the tarmac, that things are happening for you through the modules that we're delivering here. So let's go through the modules. Module number 1, we call Light the Fire. So within each of us lies undiscovered potential. So we guide you through a refined mindset that unveils your unique capabilities. And what we do is we then amplify that. We do more of that. Module 2, we call Musical Buffet, where we delve into the intricacies of the music industry. Let me start again. We will delve into the intricacies of how the music industry operates and explore the opportunities that await you. So here we're looking at the scene, looking at how it works, and looking at how pairing this up where you're at and the opportunities that await you. Module 3, what's your thing? In this module, we collaboratively create and design with you the best authentic version of you and your music. So this is where it comes down to that branding and marketing for you, really getting that understanding and refining as to what that is to move before moving you forward. So here you can see a quick picture of Larry Console, one of our session coaching classes. And this cat he's a great guy first and foremost, but I've even told him, I've had one of his songs in my head for the last few days. He's a great songwriter. Okay. Excuse me. Module 4, booking numero uno. So within this module, we explore the essentials for securing paid gigs. We assess the options that align most effectively with your goals and delve deeply into strategies that foster the momentum for the business aspect of your music. So we've got your creation. We're now moving into that, how we massage that into the music business machine. As you can see here, we've got a snap of a social media post we had out from Kim Girdlestone. Fantastic Sydney artist. She did a co-headline at the Midnight Special in Newtown. This show sold out. It was a fantastic show. You can see a couple of snaps there with that. Also had LCM's first EP. It sold out at Buddy's in Newtown. Man, this he's a clever cat. I'd follow him. You can see his handle there on Instagram at Lake Crookmouth. Okay, module 5, how to book a tour. One of the best things about touring is you never have to pay for a holiday again. We'll guide you through the process of booking a tour and performing paid gigs anywhere in the world. And we're going to show you that, and we have inroads into that actually happening. Module 6, connecting with your tribe. In this section, we'll guide you on how to hold people's attention, be it during performance on stage or through your interactions on social media. Before long, you'll develop a dedicated following, actively backing and engaging with you, your art, and your adventures as a musician. All right, here you can see one of our youngest artists performing at the 2023 Maria Blues and Roots Festival, Ewan Lund. This guy, you've got to see this cat play and perform. Honestly, what a ride it's been having this young cat work his thing. Unbelievable. Hey, Felix. Good to see you, bro. Okay, a little quick disclaimer here. We're not your booking agent. Okay, we're not your manager. We're not like taking calls saying, yes, we'll book you there. We're not here to get you a record deal or promise you fame and fortune. What we are here doing is we're helping you to become independent. Sure, we'll help get you into gigs. We'll help, work through, make sure your tour's happening, that you're doing all the right things. But we're not just picking up the phone and being pushed around as your agent or manager. That's not what we're about. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a drink of water. All right. That's better. Thank you. Okay, so this is how it works, folks. Getting to the pointy end here on the pricing. 6 modules online, also available on our new mobile phone app, which makes it so easy. You can go anywhere in the world, go on holiday and have fun doing this program. You have 12 weeks, that's 3 months, folks, access to the 6 modules here. Bolstered, as I mentioned before, through experiential learning through doing. This is what it's worth to me. Now, let me give you context to this. In my whole time of performing, this is what it entails, okay? This is what it's worth to me. This is the mistakes I've made, the money I've lost, money I've left on the table, stupid things I've done, the actual money I've actually invested also into this program to bring it to life. $100,000 plus, being conservative. This is what the program is worth to others. So these are institutions, these are fantastic institutions around Australia. To get a Bachelor of Music, SAE, you've got the Conservatorium of Music, Western Sydney University, you're paying upwards of $20,000 for this. The thing is, the difference is here, this is transmit, receive, and then bye-bye. There's no rubber on the tarmac. They don't make sure you're gigging. They don't make sure you're doing your marketing right. Nothing. I'm just calling it. This is actually off their site at SAE. Upwards of. So, folks, you get the 12 weeks, 3 months. This is what others would charge for this for less time as well. You're looking at $3,000. This is what I normally charge for the program. You can look at our site, musomastery.pro. This is the price of the program online. But because you're here with me today, one-time investment of $1,249, $1,249, or you can do installments, 3 installments of $417. So it is limited, folks, limited to only 10 spots for the fact that quality control want to make sure people are getting what they are needing through the program. So if you are really wanting to jump on, book your call now to apply. You can go to musomastery.pro. There's a form there that you click to book your own call where we have a chat, see where you're at before we take any money. But if you want to get in, act now. So, folks, this is the fun part for me because I've got a whole bunch of bonuses with this program. We have bonuses that you can't get anywhere else that are exclusive to this limited offer. And you sign up, you get these offers. And I'd stick around for number 6 because the last one, it's a real corker. Okay, so bonus number 1. This is like a package deal here where you get the stills photography and video performance to help create the reel, which will get you really cranking in the music scene. You get 6 hours of group coaching. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about this later. Coaching is one of the most powerful ways for you to really get things cranking. It's widely documented 6 times more likely to hit your objectives and exceed them by having coaching. So you get 6 hours of group coaching, and you also get the certificate of completion, which holds weight to our partners in the industry. Okay, bonus number 2 is you're on the curators list with our friends at Surreal. Now you're thinking, okay, what the hell is that? What the hell is Surreal? If you're not aware of what these guys are doing, then listen up. This is unreal. These guys, well, it's like a dating app for gigs, and they've really got it down. 48,000, these are some numbers, obviously, 48,000 plus gigs a year, $15.5 million in paying out to musicians. They are across Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom with the gigs that you can book. So yeah, this is global. This is why we can make the promises what we're saying. this is, I'm going to just shut up here and just let you watch this little video, short video here on how it all works. Here we go. Okay, guys, this is what the Surreal app is all about. It's about booking you gigs in a really easy, functional way. Okay, you can see my profile here. It says I'm a singer from Sydney. I've got videos and audio pieces there for the bookers to view. It's also showing my bio with my influences, and they're all the gigs that I've done this year. You also can get reviewed there as well. Up the top, you'll see you can have different profiles. So it's under my Greg Noonan profile, but I've also got different duos and a couple of different bands there that will show what we have to offer for the various gigs that are being offered. Okay, so then we look down the bottom there, there's a magnifying glass that will allow us to search for gigs. And you can see all the gigs here. Shows you the price, the date they are wanting the gig to be performed, the different gigs. So these are DJ gigs here. But you can just select the ones that you want to be able to perform. And then they see your profile and they go, yeah, great, we'd love to book you. So you're really working directly with them. I'll take that away there because I'm not doing DJ work. But you can see these two up the top here that I'm throwing my hat in the ring for. Now, there are 29 other artists that are applying for this, but you'll definitely have the booker look at your profile and go, well, yeah, this is perfect. I want to select you for this gig. So it's a really powerful way to book gigs. And as you can see at the top here, just scrolling, there are band gigs, DJ gigs, solo gigs, duo gigs. It's really powerful and it works amazingly. And you don't even have to invoice. You'll get payment straight into your account once you've done the gig. So there's a new platform. It is app.surreal.live. Get to it, guys. It's an amazing company. Get onto it. All right. Yeah, you've got that. The Surreal, these guys are incredible. Honestly, they're doing an amazing job. As I mentioned there, you're basically getting automated invoicing as well. Get the details. Once you've done the gig, it all automatically you get paid from the gigs that you're doing. If you wanting to get on the absolute front line, gigging front line, then you need to get on this. This is amazing. Just to mention, they do take 15% commission upon placement. So as I'm saying there, curators pick with our friends at Surreal. It's valued at $499, and you can look at their details there on their app. Okay, so bonus number 3. As I mentioned, all these bonuses, once you sign up to the Muso Mastery program, you get these packaged for you as the bonus. I'm not sure how long these bonuses, all these bonuses will be available for. So go to musomastery.pro to book your call. So this one is a little black book of booking agents. It's my personal list of booking agents and festival curators across Australia, New Zealand and the United Kingdom. So this will be updated later in the year to be 2024, but I would suggest if this is where you really wanted to go, you want to get yourself starting to do touring and get really busy out there, this is perfect for that. $70 is what this is valued at. Yours gratis when you sign up. Okay, so bonus number 4. This is the musician's utility, ultimate utility belt. Now, if Batman was a musician, he would be wearing this belt. I reckon he'd have it. Shut up, idiot. Okay, you get the templates to the emails, the questions, and booking forms that have booked me thousands of gigs. These really work. It's all my personal collection of what's really important to make headway with the gigging. You also get the step-by-step guide on how to collect your royalties for your works through APRA and PPCA. And so many musicians leave the money on the table because they simply haven't done this, and it's really not that hard. So you get the guide on how this works and get yourself signed up to collect royalties. Okay, you get the venues list, the best Australian venues list you need to be across. This is different, obviously, to booking agents list that you get in bonus number 3. This gives you the best rooms to be playing for where you're at across Australia. Some really great rooms here, and we'll be updating that as time goes on. If certain music venues aren't operating, we'll up that as we go. So you get the gear listing as well if you're a gear nerd, or if you're just starting out and you really just want to get an understanding as to what an independent artist needs in terms of gear. You get the gig listing with this ultimate utility belt as well. So this is valued at $90, and it just saves you just so much time stuffing around trying to work things out yourself. And as I said, it's worthy of Batman to wear. So bonus number 4, yours when you sign up to the program. Go to musomastery.pro to book in a call. Okay, so bonus number 5. This is a real powerhouse of a bonus. It's 4 hours. It's 4 one-hour sessions of one-on-one coaching. This is where we really open the can of whoop ass. As you read here, one-on-one coaching is a very powerful tool to gain awareness and drive results. So it's widely documented that you're 6 times more likely to reach your objectives through coaching. So one, we really get clarity as to what your objectives are and work out how we move there as best we can with the most fun as well. So I charged my time out $300 an hour. So you do the maths there on that, 4 one-hour sessions for the one-on-one coaching. Okay, so as I said, bonus number 6, don't want to muck around, folks. I want to reward those who take action, who are not going to muck around. They can see this is for them and want to press go on this, book the call, have the chat, and get things moving. It's 6 months access to the program. Wait, it's not. Oh, 9 months. You get 9 months. Wow. Sorry. Oh, what? You get 12 months access to the program. So you've got 12 months to go through the program, get absolute juice and momentum, plus all, the inputs that you get with the team of Muso Mastery, all the artists. You get on board, and oh my God, this is so bonus number 6. It is for the next 3 days. I'm putting it out there. It won't be forever. Don't muck around. Don't pull the punches. Get in on it, folks. Let's summarize what we've got on the table here. So worth of bonuses there. You can see it's at $3,956. You get the 6 online modules. They're also available on the mobile app. Bolstered with experiential learning. Experiential learning methodologies. So you get the stills photography and videos. You get the 6 hours of group coaching. You get the certificate of completion that holds weight in our circle of connections into the industry. You get the black book of contacts. You get the Surreal Creators Pick bonus, the musician's ultimate utility belt, and of course the one-on-one sessions with the 12 months access. $12.49 is the one-time investment. You can split that into 3, limited to 10 seats, as I say, because we want to make sure quality control. Get on it, guys. Only thing that would be holding you back, and we're going to address that right now. We're going to put our money where our mouth is. If for whatever reason you've got 30 days to try this out, you pay up front, you get inside, and you find, hey, this is not quite for me, that's fine. We'll give you money back. We really want to make sure this hits the marks hits the mark with everyone that comes on board. That's why we do the phone call, the initial phone call, to look at your objectives, to see where it is that you're going. But we do put our money where our mouth is. If you're not grinning from ear to ear with the value from this program, that's the deal. Okay, let's look at some of the testimonials that we've got here, folks. We've got a number of different testimonials here, and you can view these on our website as well. Some really nice things that have been said. I'm just going to read a couple of them here. So I'll read out Annie's. Greg has supported and encouraged my development over several years. His input has helped me reach new heights with my music, performance, and gigging experience. He knows his stuff and has simple ways of getting you on a better path. I'd recommend him and his crew in a heartbeat. She's over in the UK. This is from over in the Pommy land. Hello, Annie. She might be tuning in. Okay, so I'm going to I'll read out, just to save us time here. You can read these on our site. Thank you so much for your coaching and the online program. This is from Locke Campbell, LCM. It has really helped me get organized and have my ducks in a row. I like to listen to your program on my phone whilst I'm getting things done. It's really efficient and has helped me heaps. All right, so I'm going to play you something here from, I'm going to play you something from my brother, who you can see the branding on this is M Game. That's what we'll call previously. Let's not get too confused on this, but here you go. Here's my brother saying a few nice things.
Hi, my name's Mark Noonan, and I'm the older brother of Greg Noonan, the founder of M Game. I'm probably that one person who's been on the journey with Greg, the one person who's seen most of what Greg's been up to across his life. Greg has played extensively up and down the east coast of Australia since the late 1990s. In Sydney, he's regularly on stage at In Situ, Bad Mamas, the Old Manly Boat Shed, Bucketies, the Crow's Nest Hotel, just to name a few. In 2023, Greg Noonan and General Jacksons have played festivals in Bully, Grafton, Tocumwal, Maria, and Cooktown in Queensland, to name a few. Greg is a songwriter, a composer, lead singer, lead guitarist, blues jam wrangler. As a sole performer, duo, or band member, he has plied his trade across Australia and around the world. He has walked the path from bedroom to stage to beyond. He has played the game of hard knocks. Like a door-to-door salesman in his early days, he had more knockbacks than gigs, probably at a ratio of 10 to 1. But he did not give in. He has forged an impressive career and has a lot to teach anyone who will listen. Get on board his passion train at M Game. You will not be disappointed. All the best.
My good brother. Hey, thank you, mate. Always appreciate your words. He's been on some rides over the years. He's talking from the heart there. I'm going to play one from the major, Steve Pager, here now. Check this out.
Hey guys, my name's Steve Pager. I'm from Coogee Beach, Sydney, Australia. I'm a bass player, sometimes guitar. I'm a musician and I love all kinds of music. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Greg Noonan today and this project he's about to embark on called the M Game, which I'm super excited about because I know a bit about it and it's got me buzzing. Yeah, look, I met Greg about 4 years ago in a bar where he was hosting a jam night in Surrey Hills. When I walked in, the first thing I noticed was the energy. People were laughing, dancing, the music was incredible. It was, it was super cool. And luckily I had a bass and I joined in the fun and I never looked back. Look, he's very accommodating. He's got a contagious smile. He's very approachable and honest. It's not just the singing, the songwriting. He's got many albums under his belt, EPs. He's played all over the world. He's done a degree in performing arts, and it certainly shows because he's there to entertain, and he can read a room, pull out songs, and he knows how to control the tone, the timing, to create fun for all sorts of people. He's very passionate about that. I'm playing with him in a duo, trio, and full band now. Done about 100 gigs, and we're going everywhere. We're going all around Australia, doing festivals, tours. It's so much fun. Look, he doesn't just rest on his laurels. He's doing about 4 to 5 gigs a week still, while he's running a family and this new project. So he's very approachable, just a phone call away. And if you are thinking about getting into this, well, I'll do it while you can, because I promise you will not be disappointed. Go the M game. You.
All right. Thank you, Pager. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Hey, nothing like being live. I've just, while that was playing, I've uploaded a new one, a new testimony from Larrick and Soul, who you mentioned earlier. Check this out.
Yeah, look, there has been some specific kind of technique, tips or elements around songs, like getting into the studio, not only with coaches, but with some of the other musos in the program as well. Being able to workshop my songs with some people that, I mean, for me in the program, I really, and this was a big draw card for me, I felt like the other musos were probably further along than me. And, you know, someone said, like, when you look around and you're the best person in the room, you're in the wrong place. So I think it's better to be at the other end and get dragged up. But, you know, the biggest thing, I think, if I reflect on what I've done in the last little bit, I can't even say it was because of this, but it's just the constant checking in, the challenge to kind of go to the next level. I don't think I would have done what I've done in that amount of time, or maybe at all, without the program. So.
All right. Hey, I'm going to go into some questions that are mostly asked. If you do have any, we are live, so I can take questions if you have any. But I'm just going to cover off some of the questions that are mostly asked here. So what if I can't get my confidence together, which is a real thing? We use strength-based coaching, which works on focusing on what you can do. So, and that obviously builds on confidence. So essentially, we work with you to build confidence in results-based outcomes. And the reality is some people take longer than others, and that's okay. This is where our coaching is there to support you and the process fully. Okay. Can you develop my skills on my instrument? Yes, we can. We can take you to new heights with your mastery on your instrument, on your performance, on your playing. We also develop songwriting and stagecraft skills. So that's another question there. Let's have a look at the next one. As I said, if you've got any questions, let us know. I'll have a look in the comments. Will this program help me to be an independent musician? Yes, that is at the core of what we are enabling. So we believe that being a musician, it's like a lifelong apprenticeship. So as musicians, we need to be surround ourselves with people and a community that supports our growth and development. And that's what Muso Mastery is all about. It's really making sure you've got quality people in your corner, you're getting results, you are progressing, and that confidence moving you forward so that you can live your best life as a working musician. Okay, so if I've missed the deadline to join the program, when will you be open the offer up again? Okay, so at present, we'll open up the program after 4 to 6 week period. Reason is we're making sure everyone on board is getting all they need to succeed before we take on anyone else. So after that period of time, we'll be making a weekly limit of students. We can just get that consistency going. All I'd say is if you're going to do it anyway, jump on the program as soon as you're able to, because I'm not sure how long these exclusive bonuses that I've mentioned will last. All right, what else? Final words. Okay, let me bring my mug into the picture here. First of all, I want to say thank you if you've been able to watch it from start to finish. You kept with me through this webinar. Thank you so much for your time. Final words would be, I heard this on a webinar not that long ago, and it just absolutely makes sense that whatever it is that you want to do in life, you want to work out what the price of that will be. So what price is it that you want to pay to get where you're wanting to go? And it's a really important question to ask and get clear on, because once you know that, you pay the price to get the results. That's all I'll say on the matter, after thanking you so much for the time. We're just after, gee whiz, kept it on the dime. Boeing 747 landing. It's been going on for an hour, this webinar. I want to say thank you so much again for your time. If you have any questions, reach out to us on the platform that you are watching us on. You can also look, if you want to ask some questions, just get on the call from musomastery.pro. We'll be happy to help the chat. And folks, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you very, very soon. Jump on another webinar soon. We'll be doing more of these. Cheers, folks.